Welcome back to the Muffinmanmarv YouTube channel. Today we've got a review for you of Immortals Fenyx Rising. I am 25 hours in, just about to finish the main story, so I thought, hell, it's time I put together a review and put it out there into the ether. Who am I? First and foremost, I am a streamer on YouTube. I used to stream over on Twitch, but I had enough, came over here, and I create content on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. I'm an avid gamer. I stream every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Feel free to drop a sub and drop a like on this video. It'll help me out a lot. But let's get into it. The review of Immortals Fenyx Rising. What is Fenyx Rising? Fenyx Rising is a third-person open-world game, much like Breath of the Wild. It's a Breath of the Wild inspired title. When Zelda Breath of the Wild came out, it sort of created a whole new genre. There's a couple of titles that sort of pull from that title, like Genshin Impact, Hyrule Warriors, even Shadow of Mordor. It's got a little bit of that style in it. It's an RPG. I'd say it's an RPG, like an RPG light. You can modify a few things. There's a bit of character customization at the start. Yeah, you play as Fenyx, and the main story centers around you becoming a hero over your brother. Really, spoiler alert, and returning the gods to their former glory and defeating the main big bad, Typhon. Plain and simple, this game is huge. It is massive, and it's not a games as a service, so there are a couple of DLCs being released in 2021 starting at the end of January, rumors have it, which will expand that universe. Now, what I liked about this video, what I liked about this game, the combat is very simple in itself. You got a decent parry, you got a dodge, and you got godly powers. You unlock and upgrade them throughout the story, and as you free different gods from their current state, you get godly blessings as well. You unlock these by doing the story. The combat itself, I liked it. Like I said, it's simple. You got decent parry and you got decent dodge. You can use those coupled with those godly powers and those blessings to do some pretty godly things. You feel very unstoppable when you max out the character on a certain perk or certain god power, and I like the feel of it. I really do. The second thing I like is the customization. You can unlock different armors and weapon types which have different perks and buffs, so you can build a character that you want. Okay, you can sort of min-max certain things, and you customize the way you look as well. But if you don't like the way a certain armor looks, but you like its perks, you can actually change the look of that armor to whatever armor you already have. So that's pretty cool, the customization. So you don't have to. So some armors look very janky, but have really good perks, and some armors look amazing, but have real bad perks. You can sort of switch those around. Like Breath of the Wild, there's different mounts. You get horses, unicorns, Pegasuses. I think there's about 25. Is Pegasus a word? Pegasus 2021. You also have a bird companion. So that's the Ubisoft sort of what's it called? What's that game that everyone's playing? Assassin's Creed sort of tie-in. There's a bird, and you gotta. He follows you around. It doesn't help you out as much as the bird in Assassin's Creed, but he's cool. He's got powers. You can upgrade him. He's got perks as well. He's pretty cute. Anyway, third thing I liked was the scope. This game does a really good job. Hell, let's give Ubisoft some credit. They do a really good job. They bring all Greek mythology together in one place and called it the Golden Isle, and they've done a really good job of tying it all together. It's really good world building here. It's breathtaking when you look at it from a high point, and you can see an entire map, depending on obviously your graphics capability and the draw distance. But I've got friends that have got this on Switch and stream it, and it looks just as good as my PC version. So it looks really good. The world is still very attractive, and it invites exploration. It's one of those games where, like Breath of the Wild, I'm going to refer to Breath of the Wild a lot, where you can sort of take a left turn and not go back onto the story for a while, and you'll still have a great time. Like, everything is very interactive. The puzzles are okay. That's what I'm gonna say there. I'll come to that next. Well, not next, in the next category. And it's beautiful at any graphic settings. All right, it really is. So depending on what the system, your system capabilities is, you can still have a great, gorgeous looking game. The story is the fourth and final thing I liked about this game. They used Greek mythology, obviously. It was very funny and witty at points, and it tied the environment back to the story very, very well. Now, what I didn't like, the voice acting. The voice acting is pretty bad. That could be a combination of bad animations and bad voice actors, but it is pretty bad. It is corny at certain points, and it's funny at certain points, but it never really ties it all together. Okay, that's one thing I didn't like. If they're going to do a sequel or fix certain things, it has to be the voice acting, because that's what ruins the immersion of it all. It's a super fun game, and you want to keep playing it, but every time you hear Zeus talk, it's like, oh, just gouge my ears out right now, because it's terrible. And any one of the gods, they have funny things to say, but they say it terribly. Anyway, moving on. Number 2 of things I didn't like: graphics. Now, it's sort of contradictory. The world looks beautiful, like I said before, but it's fairly basic. Even though I've got a fairly high-end PC, it looks pretty much the same as my friend playing on Switch. Okay, I would have loved some RTX capabilities built into this game, reflections, light refractions, but it just isn't there. Like, they do have cool environmental effects, like the sort of time and day and night sort of changeover, and then there's like a bluish, and then there's a reddish sky, which is pretty cool, very, very cool, but very basic. Nothing like it seems like they just tacked that onto the end. They built the core framework of the game. They're like, let's make it look pretty, and we're done. Cool. And third, no multiplayer. This game is a game that feels like it needs a friend to play with you, right? It is sort of teasing you that this game would be fantastic with your mates, right? With your friends playing this game. At points, it does feel lonely because of the scope of the map. At points, you do feel like, oh my god, I'm literally the only person in here. There are some NPCs here and there, but they are literally dog water. But that's pretty much it, and no multiplayer. The puzzles is the fourth thing I don't like. The puzzles are super basic, and I get it. It's a kid's game, but like, challenge my kid, challenge me, right? I don't want a participation trophy just for showing up. It feels like games nowadays, the puzzles aren't really there to challenge you. They're there to just extend the experience. Okay, I want challenging puzzles. And look, I'll be the first to admit there was some that I was stumped on, but given enough time, I would solve it within 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so it's nothing crazy. It's not gonna melt your brain. But I'd love some brain melting stuff. Brain melting 2020. 2021. Not much more negative things to say. I think I balanced that out pretty nicely between the negatives and the positives. In conclusion, this game was the surprise game of the year for me for 2020. It even beat out Cyberpunk 2077, to be honest. I played Cyberpunk 2077 for about a minute before I realized this wasn't my sort of game. I downloaded this game, started it, and haven't turned it off since. I loved every minute of it. I can't wait to revisit once I finished it, because there is a mode, once you finish the game, you can fresh start with all of the stuff you already have. So not really a fresh start, but you can reset the story and the quests, but have all the gear you already have, so that you're essentially running through this place like a god, I guess, and you can up the difficulty. I can't wait for the DLCs. Apparently they're adding another hero, which is awesome. And yeah, what are you guys looking forward to? This game scratched an itch for me. I was looking for a game to sink a few hours into, and this is it. It's already on special, guys. If you are looking for a game that will that you can sink hours into, this is the game. Feel free to download it. I recommend it. It's on special. Go for it. You're not paying full price anywhere now for this game. And yeah, it's better than Cyberpunk 2077 in my opinion. If you like this video and you want to see more, guys, obviously subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Comment down below what you liked about this game, what you didn't like about this game, where they could improve, and let's grow this little community we have. I'm appreciative of all you guys being here. But until next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.